Hey everyone. We are back with The Last Caravan by Ted Bushman. My name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. I'm running the game. Let's get quick intros from our players and their characters. Character keeper order left to right, if that's okay.
I assumed. I'm T, she, her, and I'm playing Mercedes Clark, also she, her. That's all you get to know about her for now.
Mark,
So
you're
I'm going to
next.
take, I'm going to take T's lead here. I'm Mark. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Re, she, her pronouns.
And I'm Sabine. I use any pronouns, and I'm playing Walker, he, him pronouns. Walker doesn't talk much anyway, so it's fine. Or maybe he just doesn't talk to you. I don't know.
He's driving. Don't distract him. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You're busy brooding. True. True. Um, so I guess you are driving into Resurrection, which yeah, is Montana area. Um, so yeah, I guess a lot of driving, more maybe than it seems like you've done elsewhere because, the distances and the, terrain are, you know, maybe not as interesting as you have um, seen before. Though maybe not interesting is exactly what you want after passing over the deepest body of water in the world. Um,
He isn't.
so yeah, let's get to know your new caravan people. Um, so um, through this travel phase, at least, right? You're on the road. You're going to be taking visual actions to, supply and talk and fix stuff and all those shenanigans. What do you think? Remember that when now you take one of your new NPCs along, they get to add one die to one of these gambit rolls in the travel phase. I mean, you can bring them along even if they've already given you a plus one D, but um, what do we think?
So travel phase.
Travel phase, indeed. So that's I'll mention lying low, even though
Yeah.
you're probably not going to do it at all in this region. Never mind now.
Our noise
Recover.
is all
I
closed.
think
Yeah. Okay.
everyone is fully healed.
Mm-hmm.
Resupply, which is definitely useful now that you have
Mm-hmm.
more meds to feed and more cars to feed. And working on a project, which you have a couple of, repairing the radio, making contact to whoever through the ham radio are the current ones, but
And we only have one ham radio, right?
so repairing the radio is the radio that might play some tunes for you.
Mhm.
Um, the ham radio is working, but it's a question of putting in the work to find someone to talk to or someone interesting to talk to, maybe.
Well, I think that Re will take somebody with her to try to do a resupply. I think a resupply is important, right, folks? Okay.
Yeah.
One of these kids.
And we
Um,
still can, all three of us, each do a resupply run, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So for certainly a resupply, you all like three people in the group get to roll their gambit. So that's all of you. And then if you want to bring someone along, they get to add an extra die themselves.
Okay.
But
Um,
we can only once bring someone along, or can each of us bring someone along?
so each of the NPCs gets to add one die to
Okay.
anything through the
Mm,
travel phase.
okay.
So you could bring them all on one thing, right?
Mm, oh,
Um, but then they won't be mechanically helping you at least on anything else.
It might make sense to bring them all on this first resupply since we get supply for each 6, which I don't believe there is a cap on. Am I wrong on that, Donna?
Well, the sheets that come with the game would suggest that they max out at however many checkboxes I have on the sheet. But, you know, that would be a great problem to have, right? To have 8 fuel and 9 supply. Um, so yeah, I think if you want to get extra, then they maybe take up storage in the car.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. But there's not like a number of like we roll 5 6s, but we can only get a
Oh,
maximum
sorry.
of 3 per resupply.
No, sorry, I thought you meant like a maximum of the amount of fuel or supply you could have. No, if you like, technically they're all separate rolls, right? So that means that if the noise were higher and you roll like a 1 2 3 on your scavenging roll, bad things would happen.
Hmm.
And similarly, not quite similarly, but in the same vein, when your companions make a roll on a roll of a 1 on their die, something bad happens to them.
Oh, interesting.
The rules tell me they can be harmed, lost, or exhausted, as opposed to merely exhausting, right?
I guess Ree, you're the lookout. Do you think you see anything that strikes us as potentially a place to get supplies?
Yeah, I was wondering what this area looks like generally off the roads right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we are in your neck of the woods, Mark, right? When you're moving from Winter Lake to Resurrection. So why don't you paint a picture for us of what the open roads look like?
Wow. So let's say that there are a lot of um let's see, it's winter, a lot of fields of when we're outside of the cities, a lot of farmers' fields that have just gone over and are not being maintained now that there's a war on. Every once in a while, we drive slowly through a small town. Since we're staying, I guess we're staying off the interstate. Um, I think that maybe in one of these small towns that we're going through, um, we see an old schoolhouse. This is like an old abandoned schoolhouse. 2 stories, a square, made of brick. And it looks like at some point, maybe some survivors had set this up as an HQ as we approach it. But it has either since been abandoned or um, kind of gotten at by the aliens, I guess. So I think that I'd like to check out that old school building and see what we see there.
Okay. No prizes for guessing that you will be using a search and survey.
um, I am going to, so I'm going to roll my 3 dice,
Yeah,
and I'm going to have help then from one of these kids for an extra die. Is that correct?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, who are you bringing along with you?
I'm going to bring the person with the pistol who is Valentina.
Right.
Uh, um,
I mean, maybe you don't know she has a pistol.
Oh,
but
okay.
um,
She just seems like a take charge kind of person, though, is
she
the
is
thing that
definitely a take charge kind of
yeah,
person.
I'm getting that from her.
How long does it take before she's bossing Rhea around?
That's a really good question, and I guess I guess we'll play to find out. Depends on how this roll goes.
Yeah.
Who's to
Um,
blame? I think the final die will be Valentina's die. So if she does a
okay.
great job and Rita's not, it'll be interesting. And I'm not going to spend any heroism on this. I'm just gonna roll these dice and see what happens. So that's a 6.
Yeah.
1 6.
Which
And
is pretty good. And Valentina's die is a 5, which is also
yeah,
pretty good, but not quite coming up with the goods.
no. So
But
go ahead, sir.
but not, not shameful or anything like that.
No, no, there's no shame.
What does this look like?
So I think that we're in the off the gym, which doubles as a cafeteria for this old school. There's a kitchen adjacent to it, and some large plastic bags of a stew that are here, and they've been frozen for who knows how long because there's no heating in the building. So we find those huge plastic bags and bring a couple of those back. So we're gonna get some supply, I guess.
Yeah, and I think um, maybe Valentina goes off like behind the scenes near that area and like finds a hidden uh like a hidden door, like a storage closet that's disguised just to be part of the wall. And come over here, Ree. This is a bit stuck.
Okay.
I think we need to push it to unlock it.
So both push. Okay, got it. Put your shoulder into it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And after a while, it does give it. You hear this clicking, and kind of springs open a little bit. Um, and you pull this open, um, and behind there's like a storage closet, but it looks like it's I don't know, trauma-inducing gym gear. Nothing, nothing useful, but um, a bag full of volleyballs and a vault for gymnastics and stuff like that. I don't know.
And how does she hurt herself on the door trying
No,
to
no,
force
no,
the
no,
door open? No, she's
no.
okay.
She rolled a
Okay.
5, right? She's
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like, hey, she has an idea. It doesn't quite work out. Maybe it's kind
Yeah.
of funny, but
I think that I think Ree picks up one of the balls, and while Valentina is like turned away looking at something, she bounces it off the back of Valentina's head.
hey, um, and I think maybe there's a little bit of a temper, right?
Oh my.
Um, she gives you a look, right? I wasn't funny.
I mean, it was a little funny.
You don't seem convinced. But she brings the volleyball along.
Good.
I don't know how many I don't know, bags of soup sounds very strange to my mind, but I
That's
guess
gross.
it's, yeah,
That's what they have in like the prison school, complexes.
yeah, yeah.
Same thing.
I hope this hasn't, thawed out and refrozen. I guess I would have just slopped out of the bags if it had thawed, right?
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll just like chip some chunks off at a time. Keep it cold. We should just,
Sounds appetizing.
well, I mean, If you don't want to eat it, that's cool. That's fine. I'm gonna eat it.
I'm not picky. I'm just, very appetizing. I'm staying by my initial assessment.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Okay, cool. Um, how about the others? Mercedes, are you trying to purloin some machinery or some bits and pieces from this school? Is there Jenny in here somewhere?
Yeah. Because this sounds like a pretty rural community, so maybe there's like a school garden behind it, so the kids can learn about breeding of plants, etc. Um, so I think she is it's cold enough. She's not going to ask an old man to go dig. That's not. I think she has that level of medical knowledge. So I think she's wrangled Zephyrin and Cameron to see if they can find any like potatoes that are overwintering, and maybe they're going to be gross and mealy, but they might be edible. So I think she's trying to see if there's anything. Well, does he have an alien digging heart? I think is the question. Maybe he does. I don't know. I do think uh, Mercedes is very curious about what's going on in there in a purely scientific way. Yeah, so I think she's gonna do science to see if she can find something edible in there with these two children.
Um, and very stealthily, somehow maneuvering Walker into being stuck with Brian.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah, thank you. I'm not taking Brian.
We don't want your filthy dice, alien.
No, I just don't vibe with him. And if everybody else is already, or as I'm taking Roxanne. So
Yeah. And I'm gonna pop heroism on this as well because I think Mercedes is a little bit worried about feeding everyone.
Okay,
Justifiably, that is 1-6.
justifiably. So that is Cameron, right? And
Yeah.
your roll is a straight up fail.
Hmm.
Shocking. Um, so you're still getting some kind of supply. Um, so yeah, Zeph and Cameron are kind of sighing at having to dig up the frozen ground. And Zeph said, "Imagine if we had dynamite. We could we could dig up this ground pronto, right?" And I think Cameron just kind of rolls her eyes, and then Zeph says, "And then the potatoes would already be mashed, and that would be great."
I mean, they'd be pulverized, but they wouldn't be cooked yet. Also, how old are you? I feel like you shouldn't be playing with dynamite. Do you have dynamite on you?
I,
Turn out your pockets.
I, I am not turning out my pockets for you, old lady.
Turn out your pockets. What if you've got something dangerous in
I
there?
I've been riding in the car for like 300 miles.
Yeah, plenty of time to pick up stuff you shouldn't have.
In the car?
I mean, I presume you stopped.
I am not turning out my pockets, old lady. And he just walks away.
And Mercedes looks after him with a worried frown, sort of picking at some loose skin on her lip.
And Cameron is just looking at you. you're not quite sure whether they're judging you or just hoping you leave them alone.
You don't have any dynamite, do you?
No, we, why do you think we have dynamite?
Well, because you said you were gonna that you wanted some to.
You,
I don't
you
know. You just
said
put the idea
if
in my
we
head.
had dynamite, it would be so cool. If, lady,
Hmm.
if. Maybe he does have dynamite.
Her eyes widen.
And I think they stomp off too in the opposite direction. Uh, I think there's some apple trees back here.
Oh, really? That'd be that'd be good. She seems distracted, and I think she will spend maybe more time than she should trying to keep an eye on Zephyrin.
And you're you like turn around and you see him like disappear around another building, and near where he is, you see like a movement beside a fence. I was about to say, but beside a hedge, but I don't think there's any hedges in this part of the country, right? Hedges are, a waste of space, right? And there's so little of it here. Yeah, a strange alien head pokes itself around the fence, and you can hear this clicking sound. What do you do?
I think she freezes. I mean, I think she knows that she should call for help or make sure that other people know what's going on, but she just can't. He's like a deer in headlights.
And I think, like, after what seems like a lifetime, you hear more clicks, but from a different direction. And the head that was staring at you until a moment ago disappears. I mean, not like vanishes, but skulks away.
And I think it's a good 15 minutes before she can make herself move.
Um, okay. And Cameron comes back, and they have like turned their jacket into a bag and like tied kind of I don't know, tied something, like maybe the hood, um, to make it into a proper bag, and it's full of apples. I don't know if they're cookers or eaters, but either way is good, right?
Did you see anything?
Yeah, apple trees.
No, did you see any
Hence the app.
aliens?
Have I seen any aliens? Yeah, I've seen plenty of aliens.
Just now. They're
Just
here.
now, you don't see. I see someone strange, but I don't see any aliens.
No, they are here.
Are you okay?
No.
Maybe we should go back to the cars.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Um, so let's mark that as one supply. Um, I guess when you come back to the car, Walker is probably gone looking himself, so maybe we can catch up this conversation of what happens when everyone's back, right? Sabine, what about Walker? What are you up to?
I think what Walker is looking for, I mean, it's a school, right? Um, is it like just the school, or is there a village attached or a town?
Yeah, there must be a town, right?
Uh,
Even if it's
well,
uh
yeah.
it can't be too far away either, right? Um, so yeah, you could walk down there or
No, I think
drive
I'd
down.
rather drive down there to find some car stuff or roads that would usually not be taken. These countries, this countryside, people tend to live apart from each other, and sometimes, there are people who live very much outside, and not all of them made it. So you can find stuff there. I'm not saying that I want to steal from someone or rob someone. I'm just saying if somebody's gone, I'm looking for roads that you can barely see.
Okay. And going by yourself, right? You're leaving Brian
Yeah,
behind.
I don't trust that guy. I don't want to be alone with him and turning my back on him. That doesn't sound like a very good idea, actually.
Of course, I will. Maybe this is a thought that you have when you're like halfway down to the main part of the town. Oh, but I've left Brian alone with all of our stuff.
Um, yeah, uh, but he doesn't have a car.
He
I
does.
mean,
He
there
has
are
his car.
cars there.
Yeah,
There. Oh, that's his car. Oh,
yeah.
well. I
And
mean, our
whatever kind
stuff
of
are. I mean, our stuff is in our car, isn't it? Where else would it be?
yeah, sure. I mean, I'd kind of imagined that you'd set up camp or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Oh
But
well.
anyway, it's just
Yeah.
an errant thought. Nothing is going to uh,
Yeah.
happen.
Well.
But
Yeah. We'll see. Okay. So I'm going with my trusty drive a car thingy. It's that doesn't work. So.
so yeah, I think maybe maybe most of this town has really been ransacked already, and quite a long time ago, if you can kind of put two and two together from the kind of frost that's gotten into all the buildings, the kind of snowdrift that's in the hardware store, unless you want cans of paint, or bird feeders, or, um, yeah, there's not a huge amount of stuff here.
Cans of paint sound nice. We could paint the car, but probably not bright pink. That's probably not a good idea. So we're not taking the can. I'm taking one of the bird feeder things for Mercedes. She probably liked that, or maybe not. Who knows? I'm taking it because it's there.
Yeah,
Is there any bird? Probably the bird feeder is already gone, I imagine.
yeah, it's just the actual like
Yeah.
birdhouse or the hanging
Hmm.
grill, whatever
Ah,
style
you
bird
never
feeder
know.
they have, no actual bird feed, because that would be useful.
Yeah, exactly. No, no, I'm taking the house. Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
It's made of wood. Maybe you can use it for a fire at least, or something.
So yeah, let's cut back to people returning to your impromptu camp. I think Brian is brewing up some tea on your little campfire or stove or whatever you typically do. Um, he is whistling to himself. probably like the theme to the X-Files. So yeah, I guess maybe when Mercedes comes back with Cameron, do you want to describe how, people who know you kind of can see how affected you are by this close encounter?
Yeah. Uh, I think she's, I think generally as a person, she tends to run chilly, but I think you can all see that she is visibly sweating. Um, and I don't know, maybe it's cold enough that it's starting to freeze a bit. Um, and her eyes are wide, and I think she's doing the thing she does when she's really nervous, where she just like finger by finger goes and touches all of her finger bones in order. And she's just doing it over and over and over and over again. Walker.
Yes, you look nervous.
Yeah, um there's aliens. There's at least two. They saw
Did
me.
they saw you? And did they attack you or threaten you?
I don't know. I don't speak clicking.
I think you would have noticed if had tried to attack you, though. Right?
They're just out there.
Okay. What kind of aliens?
I
The ones we've met
No.
before?
It
Okay.
was like a head, and then I, I don't know. I don't know, Walker.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you saw them, not me. So you think we should pack up and go? Or
I just don't know.
do you think we
Everything.
should go looking for them to make sure they're not posing a threat? And
I mean, what if they set up an ambush on the road? What if we can't leave?
I don't know. Okay, I think we still should go then, I guess. I don't want to be caught by surprise by any of these guys. How big were they?
She holds her hands apart.
Holds her hands up like
Yeah. I, the player, also don't know. Don't know how big are they?
I mean, maybe this wide looking at you. So,
Mhm.
as wide as your shoulders, more or less.
Mhm.
It
Okay.
seems like a big head, but
I mean, the head was about like I don't know, like bull sized.
Okay. Okay, let's get everyone together and let's make let's go for the road.
you think Walker is strategizing about a dangerous situation?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely he
Um,
is. He thinks we should go because if Mercedes is that spooked, maybe it's just Mercedes. Or maybe not, you know. And I'd rather run for nothing than be caught flat-footed.
and I think Zeph, who, maybe nobody noticed was missing except for maybe Cameron, comes out of a school building holding a trophy. Um, it's an ice hockey trophy, if you believe the kind of tiny figurines on the base. Hey, look!
Yeah, we're leaving.
Oh, okay.
There's
Uh,
aliens about, and I'm not sure if they're hostile or not. Can look at this thing later. Okay. Ryan,
Okay.
let's move it. Come on, where's Ree?
Ree and sorry if it's okay. Ree
Yep.
and
Yep.
Valentina return lugging the plastic bags of soup.
Nice.
What's going on?
Mercedes sells some aliens, and we're not sure if they're hostile or not.
I think Ree drops the soup bag and kind of pulls out a rifle. Where'd you see it?
Mercedes points. It was a little while ago. I couldn't. I saw them and uh, I just. It was a while ago.
I remember seeing something too out in the woods once.
Rhea, it's not funny.
No, I know. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I saw. I think I saw an alien too once. Not today, but I get you. So we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, let's put some distance between ourselves and these guys because I spoke too now.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Valentina puts her bags of soup into the car and then thinks for a moment and like takes one of them out and ties it to the roof rack. So it's outside the car. Um, I'm not sure if that's going to work or be a disaster. What do you think, Reed?
I think it's a great idea. I think Ree sees it and nods approvingly. And she gets a duffel bag and that's they found inside the school. Puts the soup in there and ties the duffel bag to the roof of Steve.
And as you're doing that, a volleyball hits the back of your head.
uh
Yeah, pretty funny, actually. I can see that one.
so yeah, Ria's a little bit pissed, but also a little bit she also thinks it's a little bit funny to connect with this person in this way.
Okay? Revenge will be yours, you know. You're the one
Yeah,
with the right rifle after all.
that's right.
Okay, so you drive. Do you want to be sneaky or go pedal to the metal, or what do you think, Walker? What is your approach here? What's your
My
strategy, let's say?
my strategy would be to, because we know that these aliens just don't just attack everybody willy-nilly for now. We haven't heard anything like that. So like play it cool, but put some distance between us and this place. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, sneaky, but not like we are taking super back roads. It's like we're just driving here, okay? We're not doing anything. We're just driving. We're totally normal. This is all fine. This is all going to be fine. Yeah, maybe a little white knuckled, but it's gonna be fine. Just you know, if you run, then something will chase you. At least that's what I heard.
Yeah. And I think um, you're you're kind of cautiously making your way out of the town, and when you're kind of just exiting, you see something kind of flit across your rearview mirror. And then there's a second one, and then there's a third one.
Mhm.
And they look kind of like big, I don't know, big lizards, with this oil slick exoskeleton. Um, yeah, I mean, No, no, that one was just crouching down. It's more like the size of a small horse.
Oh,
Um,
they're behind us, right?
yeah, yeah, and you see like the last one through when you get a proper look at it, just kind of, rears itself up tall and is kind of looking at you go out of their territory, I guess.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm driving a little faster.
I want to know, does Mercedes notice Walker's kind of sketchiness in this moment? Is she like going, "What are you looking at?" What do you think?
Hmm.
She can't just turn around and look herself, right?
Yeah.
We can. I'm looking at her stats to see what I think she would do here. Hmm.
Or is it like she has a sense that there's something wrong, but like doesn't look because that is what you might do if you're kind of frozen by fear, like not look at the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's in the front seat and uh I think she notices Walker speeding up and will like reach forward and brace herself against the dashboard and just close her eyes and you can hear her bone litany starting up afresh.
Yeah, and I think Walker's like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It sounds more like he's trying to tell that to himself and maybe to Mercedes and maybe to everybody else. But mostly to himself, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Steve is a good car.
Girl, what are you talking about?
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be fine.
And I think Roxanne maybe on the in the back seat with you, like jumps up on the headrest just above your head, and starts squawking at these things.
The
Maybe
hell?
stop her, really.
I, I don't know how to stop this. I don't know how to stop her. She reaches up to try to like put her hand on Roxanne's mouth area. Shh.
I mean, has Roxanne like bitten you before?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Um,
I don't think Roseanne has ever bitten anyone. Wouldn't have taken her otherwise.
uh, I mean, when you try to muzzle her, I think you get a little nip. Just a be careful there, Mister. Kind of, uh, kind of nip.
Mercedes, can you do something about this?
Uh 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 and I think she sees that Roxanne is looking out uh the back window and she cannot stop herself from turning around and she sees one of these things and how big it is. Um and she is stock still. The bone litany stops. And no is the answer. She can't do anything about this just at the moment.
I think Walker is driving, and also once we've put a bit of distance between ourselves and these aliens, he will say, Mercedes, what comes after a female?
Uh, are you moving more proximally or more distally?
Either way.
Right, I guess technically, like, and she begins to sort of slowly pick back up again, but she does not turn back around.
Hey, um, well, that was a fun first travel action. Um, but also importantly, I think we got a flavor for our passengers a little bit. Um, what do you think? A second? Or maybe let's take a break till the top of the hour, given that we're in between. Um, okay, so we have a second travel action and a third. Um, any preferences? You may want to resupply again, or you may want to do some fix stuff projects. I don't know. I'll tell you at the moment you have just enough fuel and food to have one more upkeep phase. Um, so
Let's go and look for more supplies.
yeah,
And if we find a ton of supplies, that's fine, and we can do other stuff. But if we don't find any supplies, we probably need to go again
mhm.
because we're adults. At least some of us are.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess you're moving down this road. Um, there is, I don't know, 20 or 30 miles down this road, there's probably another town that is, identical to this one, maybe with a slightly different junction layout. But, other than that, have we just gone in a big circle? So yeah, Sabine, do you have an idea for the kind of the main draw in this new scouting location? If it's not a school, what is it this time?
I think they have a skating rink, like a roller skate rink. A big one. Used to be like I think you see signs for it on the road, like 50 miles out at least. Like, come to, I don't know, Burnsville's skating ring and skate your heart out. I don't know if that's not a real town. I just made that up, Mark.
It's a real town now. I mean, Burnsville is probably right behind Springfield for most popular name in America, right?
I don't know.
Named after the true heart of Springfield, Mr. Burns.
Yeah. Oops. Well, we don't know that. That might be, but our maps are confused. There might be two Burnsvilles, and one is spelled with Bernes, and the other is spelled Burns. So, confusing. Maybe there's also a sign, this is not Burnsville. That's the bad one.
And a sign put up by teenagers. No, it's a trick. Go to the other Burnsville. Okay. So yeah. So what are you finding in this? What are you hoping to find in this skating rink? Skating ring? Is a rink just for ice?
I think I have no idea. This is not my native language.
Okay. I mean, we don't have ice rinks really in this country, sometimes seasonally, but no.
We used to, a very small one, but it's too expensive, and now it's a roller thing.
Okay. So maybe there's like a roller derby signs of that this was like the heartland of the roller derby in this part of the world.
Yeah, I think what Walker is hoping to find is little motels or lodges or stuff like that, because sometimes they get a little lost in the noise and you can find stuff there. That's what he's hoping for. But I think people like Ree and Mercedes might make good use of the roller derby thing, because they will have probably medical supplies, or used to, because accidents happen and places like that, right?
Yeah. And at the very
Yes.
least, tiny bottles of shampoo.
And if we can find some skates, I mean, can't hurt considering where we go. No, we're going to California, but still.
Um,
Also, I mean, soap is not that unimportant.
yeah. So, yeah, are you scouting at this motel yourself, or you bring someone along? If unless it's Brian, they're giving you no mechanical benefit.
Oh, okay. I don't want Brian. I I mean, Walker is probably not the kind of guy who points at someone and says, "You come with me." He's maybe saying, "I'm going to check for motels and stuff." Anybody who kind of wants to come out with?
So yeah, I think Zeph tags along.
Okay, yeah. I
And
thought he
Mercedes
might.
will pull you aside really quickly at some point and be like, I think he might have dynamite, possibly. Just beware.
Okay, thanks for warning me. I'm just Seth like, huh? Okay. Um, yeah, that makes a good topic for a conversation in the car.
Um, so like scouting through a motel cannot be drive a car. I'm afraid.
It's not. Oh, no, I'm looking for motels. That's the thing, on lodges,
Okay.
like with the car. I
Yeah,
mean,
but when you find a motel, you're looking for stuff there, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, I need to use Drive though, because otherwise I won't find a fucking thing, right?
You have heroism.
Huh? I
You have
have?
heroism, which you can
I
spend to
do.
get extra dice.
Or just find a useful item if there's something specific you want to find.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. No, I think in that case, I will do something different because I need to. I really look. The thing is, I don't have. I could use harmonize with alien stuff. That's the other skill that I'm vaguely useful at.
Yeah. So
Maybe I'll try
you're,
that. Maybe
yeah,
I'll try that,
okay.
and then I'll spend a heroism, and I have a Zeph, right?
Zeph is not giving you any bonus because he's already
Okay.
given a bonus in this
Oh,
travel.
okay, okay, fine. Then I'm
He's
rolling three
tagging along for
dice.
fun.
That's okay. Maybe I shouldn't be Elio. It's the wrong character, but it's still the wrong. No. Hmm.
Um, okay, yeah. I mean, I think how is it like are you trying to zone in on like alien tracks or listening for alien sounds? How do you think you're harmonizing with alien stuff?
I think I'm harmonizing to figure out where not to go. Um, where they haven't been. So that's probably not a place where. No, I need to find some place they have been and destroyed stuff because that's where you find supplies, right? Yeah, that puts me in a really good mood.
Um, so yeah, I think you find some places that have obviously been smashed by something. So maybe something landed on top of this
Mm,
warehouse. Uh, Maybe that's like a farming co-op
mm,
warehouse. Um, but I think, when you and Zeph are, picking your way through the wreckage, everything here has just been hit with mildew or something like that. Everything
mm,
here is kind of rancid and rotting. And, even the stuff that survived the whatever landed here um, has just been turned useless by time and exposure. Um, Zeph is like in the office to the um of this warehouse, and he's like picking up this old rotary phone that's on the wall and dialing it. Um, and usefully, he tells you there's no ringtone.
Oh shit. Seth, why does Mercedes think you have dynamite?
Uh, because I said if we had dynamite, we could use it to dig up potatoes.
That's a shit way to dig up potatoes.
But then they'd already be mashed.
Yeah, but then you'd have to. Honestly, I've done that and it doesn't work.
You've done that?
Okay, I had a messed
Wow.
up youth.
What happened to the potatoes?
Yeah, they flew around, they got mashed up, and then they fell to the ground. And then they got earth on them, and that's not really tasty.
Uh, were they cooked by like the explosion?
No, they weren't cooked. They were just mashed and flung around, and you had to go and find the potatoes. And maybe we didn't look too closely because we were too fucking drunk. And you don't do that when you're in the right sense, your right frame of mind.
So cool.
Mm. It's actually no, it wasn't cool. It was just fucked up.
Where did you get the dynamite?
Um, I had some friends, I guess, who
Did, did they have
got shit
like
like that.
do they have mines or quarries or something like that in this neck of the woods? Maybe we could get some dynamite.
I didn't actually ask them where they got their shit from. They had a lot of stuff. One of them had a brother who was a prepper, and well,
You like worked in a kitchen?
no, he thought the apocalypse was coming, and he had a bunker and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, he
Tons
was
of guns.
a lunatic. Yeah.
Uh, well, he was, but he was also
Yes.
right.
Yeah. So where does
It's
he
not.
live?
I don't think he lives anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I lost contact though.
No one answers their DMs anymore, huh?
No, I lost. Kid, I've lived a fucked up life, okay, when I was young. And I've left that behind. I shouldn't have said anything, but if I don't talk, I remember stuff that I don't want to remember right now. So tell me more about yourself. Come on. Do you do chemistry in school or whatever?
I do, but I was told I couldn't. Well, I couldn't anymore because there was this incident with ammonia.
Oh,
Um, and anyway, it was someone's sense of smell got fucked up. So no chemistry anymore.
I mean, might still be useful.
Sense of smell, definitely.
No, not the sense of smells. Come on. If you know stuff about chemistry, can
Oh, okay.
mix up shit that will fuck up some aliens or something. Hopefully not us.
Other than that, I sing baritone.
Okay. Congratulations, I guess.
Uh, it's not really like a choice. It's just kind of the way your voice is.
I know that.
Ah, okay. Sometimes people don't know much about music if they don't do it.
Uh, my wife used to love music. She was singing a lot, not for a choir or anything, just in our house.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Well, not your fault. Let's get out of here. Maybe we find something else that hasn't been totally destroyed.
Okay.
Mm.
Um,
And I think Walker stares at the wreckage for longer than is useful. Because I mean, it looks a little like his house did back then.
so Mercedes, who is going with you this time? And how how paranoid are you being?
Yeah. Uh, I think she's gonna take Brian to look for useful things in the roller rink. I think this is partially because it's a inside thing that perhaps will be a little less uncomfortable for him. But also she is a little worried that whatever is happening to him might also happen to Ree. And so she's trying to get a little bit of a better understanding of what's up with his prosthesis, symbiote, parasite, genetic manipulation. She doesn't know. She wants some
No,
deets.
cross out as applicable.
Hmm.
Um, okay. So is this you might find out something while scavenging or making understanding Brian your long-term project?
I think that is going to be a long-term project for
Yeah,
her. But I think this is just her first salvo to sort of
yeah,
get a sense of how hard that's going to be.
sure.
Um, and in terms of what she's doing in the roller rink, I'm assuming they have AV equipment and yeah, maybe well, if this is a major tourist attraction, maybe they had possibly generators at some point, and she's going to see if she can get some fuel from there. Uh, yeah, so she's going to be rummaging around and doing mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
I think maybe if Mercedes says major tourist attraction, Brian will scoff and say, I mean, for certain values of major and tourist and attraction.
They had so many billboards.
Yeah, like catching flies with honey rather than vinegar.
I mean, it's probably the biggest like building for a ways. Anyway, are you good with like mechanical stuff? How good at carrying things are you? You feeling strong and able? Symmetrical, maybe?
I am feeling fine, thank you. How are you? Are you feeling
Oh,
up to some, physical exertions? Have you seen any
uh,
aliens today?
I haven't yet. Uh, kind of want to keep it that way. She's giving him a little bit of a look. Um, I mean, I feel better than I did yesterday. Cold. Always cold. All right, well, let's go see what we can find.
So I guess rig and repair, and you can roll an extra die at the end for Brian.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Does anything horrible happen to this old man? No, nor are we successful.
That's another fantastic roll, T.
She is, listen, she's not doing great, despite what she might be telling people.
So I think you walk into the ring, and the place is kind of overgrown with these bushes that seem to have basically, I don't know, find their way inside, but now are kind of growing out. So like they bust through the skylights and through some of the windows upstairs. Um, the I mean, they're definitely alien. You know, when you get closer to them, you see these black leaves and very pale bark, and these like really big, um, like I don't know, you know, bits of fruit hanging from them, like bunches of grapes. Um, yeah, so definitely a bit overgrown and kind of challenging to get into if you're at all nervous about going near these alien plants.
Yeah, I think after they go around the perimeter once, she's going to sort of look at Brian and say, I mean, do you know anything about these plants? You ever seen something like this before?
Oh, and he kind of reaches out to touch them, and then the fruit, the hanging fruit appear to just like come alive. Um, like this fruit just opens up and flies straight at you. They're like tiny flying creatures. What do you do?
I think Mercedes squawks and stumbles backwards. And maybe she doesn't quite trip, but she is certainly going to holler. And maybe she'll try and like grab the back of Brian's shirt and pull him too. Also, question, which hand was he reaching out with? Just
Um,
curious.
just curious. He was reaching
Sure.
out with this human hand. And yeah, you run, and these things are definitely, there's like a handful of them, no pun intended, and they are kind of chasing you for a while, but then they appear to give up.
And I think she'll, sort of press herself against whatever, local restaurant they have taken shelter before behind or whatever it is and peer around. She's breathing hard. She says, "What the fuck was that?"
No idea. Something like they're like bats or giant, I don't know, things.
We gotta warn the others.
Um, they looked like, I don't know, it was weird for you see in farmers markets. You've no idea where they've come from. They look juicy. They did look juicy.
They did. I thought they were. Well, I don't know if plant is even relevant, but they did sort of look like what I would call a plant.
You're like not going back there, are you? I get a sample.
No,
Good.
let's
Mark.
get
Oh,
back.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just transitioning the scene. She heads back to you.
Um, yeah, Mark. What about
S-
Re? You going
Bree,
out alone, or are you gonna bring some folks with you?
Bree asks Valentina if she wants to go hunting for some more volleyballs.
I think you got a chortle. Um, sure, why not? You can just call me Val, though. Valentina is like, I don't know, in the alien apocalypse. I think we can ditch formality, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What are we looking for this time?
Let's go to the
I think
rink and
there's bigger game afoot, right?
oh,
Basketballs.
I don't know if we're gonna find any basketballs at the roller rink, but I think that's where we should look.
Okay.
So,
So I've already described this, right?
oh yeah,
So, yeah, it's overgrown with
yep.
these strange looking plants um, that look overladen with fruit.
Um, yeah. So, Bree says, "Yeah, I don't think we should. I don't think we can eat those things. Let's see if there's something back here in the concessions area."
So, yeah, I mean, hey, the popcorn in these places is always stale anyway, right?
True. It's probably not even popped. Let's see.
Well, that might be useful, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just
Mm.
gotta kind of grit down on it, chew
Yeah, I
hard.
mean, you can cook them, obviously.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what I
Weird.
was thinking too. It's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. So if you want to roll search and survey, are you going to spend some heroism?
I guess I'd
Your
better.
caravan needs your roll.
That's true.
Um,
Um, okay. Let's see.
so 4 dice.
So digging around bottom of the concessions, pulling off a panel maybe that somebody had missed previously.
Ooh, look at that.
Clutch. And I turn to Val and I say, "See, this is how you do it." And then I pull out this untouched box of Snickers bars. Yeah. Do you have Snickers bars?
We do have Snickers bars.
Oh, okay. Do, Sabine, do you have Snickers bars? Okay.
Yes, we do have Snickers bars.
I mean, I've just learned to stop saying marathon, right?
The marathon bar. Yeah.
Um, what does two supply look like from this
Oh, it's
place?
this untouched box of Snickers.
Oh, okay,
Not an individual box, but like a cardboard box of individual boxes. It's like a
okay.
case of
A case, like
Snickers bars.
a great big cardboard box of.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And then also a bag of like a bag that you get grain in if you've ever seen those like a grain bag that's got that weird mesh kind of thing on the outside
sure.
of popcorn.
Okay,
So it's like a 50-pound bag of popcorn.
okay. Um, so I guess I'll mark two supply for that, right?
Yeah.
Um, and you know you're laden back, going back to the cars, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think uh, I don't know. Va- Val says, sounds like we should make an entrance, right? We should like we're the best hunters of the group. We brought back Snickers. You know how long it is since I've had chocolate?
Yeah. I get you. Let's see. Here, why don't you carry me in on your shoulders? I'll sit on your shoulders.
So I've got to carry the bag of corn and you,
Okay, you're right. That was a bad idea.
and because you're carrying the giant box of Snickers, I have to carry them as well.
Oh, here, I've got it. Um, Here, and she opens the thing of Snickers and pulls out like a handful of bars, and she says, "When we go in, we'll like pelt the people with bars.
We,
They're gonna
we
be
throw
pelted."
them out like we're, you know,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
kind and gracious monarchs, right?
Exactly. Like all
Like,
monarchs.
yeah, yeah. Here, peasants, eat or eat our Snickers.
Yeah.
Um, do you keep your nerve? Do you carry out this audacious plan, or do you chicken out? You know, let them
Uh,
know.
she's watching to see what Val does,
Val is
and
definitely going to do this.
okay,
You know,
so she's
if you
committed. She's
don't
gonna
if
do
you
it.
don't join in, she's going to throw you one like you're a peasant. Also,
Yeah, no, no, she's gonna do it too then.
okay. Um, what? How on earth do Walker and Mercedes respond to this largesse? Let's call it.
I mean, if the first indication Mercedes has that Rhea is back is that something dark flies at her face. A thing that has just happened to her in a much more scary way. I think she's just gonna scream and cower.
Edry's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? I'm sorry."
Oh my God, it's a Snickers. I thought it was a fruit bat.
Uh, did you guys find bats?
Um, did you find chocolate?
Yeah, they're pretty frozen still, but
That's how we like them. Anyway, I can't be the only
And
person
I
who
think
stores
Walker
my
come
chocolate in the fridge, right?
I think Walker comes running in because he's heard Mercedes scream, right?
yeah.
So he's like looking around.
And there's Snickers all over the place.
So either we were attacked by an alien that looks like a Snickers bar, or it was a false alarm, right? Looks at Mercedes.
No, it's good. Everything's um good.
Okay,
But you
good.
don't touch the plants with the black things. They fly. They chased me and Brian like 3 blocks.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, we stayed away from that alien fruit. No, thank you.
So we saw some plants at the place we were looking at, but they didn't seem edible, so we avoided them.
There's also popcorn.
Okay.
Wow, you
Yeah,
guys did like really good.
yeah, yeah. We did, and I think that Reese sits down on like this couch with her legs out in front of her and puts her hands behind her head. What'd you guys find? I mean, besides the fruit bats
That
that
was
we can't
pretty
eat.
much it. The running for why I don't actually know that we were running for our lives, but I don't know. What if they're carnivorous or yeah, just basically just that. Did you find anything good, Walker?
No, nothing useful, just debris.
I think that when Mercedes is talking about the bats, Ree looks at Brian's alien hand and then tries to catch Mercedes' eye at the same time, as if to ask the question: Did his alien hand summon the bats or something? Um, that's hard to communicate with just in that way.
I mean, I think you're curious about the same thing, and then she just sort of shrugs a little bit and shakes her head. She doesn't know yet.
So
I
yeah,
think Walker's
Brian
going
seems
outside to go and look for more of these fruit bats and see if they followed, and also to avoid all these other people because he now needs to brood a little.
um so yeah, I mean I think you don't see any more of them flying around, but when you get closer to the um the rink, you do see a few of them like fluttering around, moving from one perch to another on this bush.
Okay, but they're not aggressive or anything.
Um,
I'm going to get Roxanne and see what she thinks about them. Not telling the others that I'm doing that they're out here.
I think when you get closer, Roxanne hisses at them.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a no from Roxanne.
Okay, don't like them either. Okay, I'll keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I mean
But
they're pretty small, right?
Mhm.
Um, but like looking at there's a handful in the bit that Mercedes uh, approached earlier coming out of one of the doors. So, I mean, it could be if the place is completely overgrown that there are, thousands of them here, and that no matter how harmless they are, if they are harmless, that couldn't be good, right?
That couldn't be good. And also, I mean, the normal kind of bats, the earth kind of bats, that are bad enough because I don't know if these things also carry viruses that could affect us, like earth bats. Hopefully not.
And
Don't
also, if
want
they got
a,
caught in Walker's hair, that would be a tragedy.
yes. Yes, that would be it. For whom, though?
I mean, for Walker's hair, presumably.
Walker's hair is fine. Walker's hair doesn't get rabies, hopefully.
Um, yeah, I mean,
And we don't
the
want alien
price of this alien
rabies.
invasion has finally got real. You've hit the nail on the head there.
Hmm.
Um, back at your little camp, Zeph kind of leans in a little bit to maybe Mercedes, and says, "Hey, is he okay? He seemed like he a bit, you know, I don't know, traumatized or something."
Oh, Walker?
Yeah.
I mean, Zeph, you know, presumably you had people who aren't here now, right? I mean, it's not like Valentina and Cameron are your only family in the world. I don't even know that you'd call yourselves family, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like really, I don't know, it's like maybe I just got him on a bad day. Maybe it's just normal. But like, yeah, I don't know. Never mind.
No, no, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know everything. I've never really pried, but he he lost his family in a bad way. Not that there's ever a good way. Um, but yeah, I think traumatized about covers it.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, mm, I can't tell you everything, but Yeah, just be mindful when you bring up like kids in particular.
I mean, we're kids.
She sort of like nudges him and says, "You're in high school."
Oh, okay. Children, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk about goats as much as you want. I don't think he's ever, if you had any issues with goats before, so.
That goes completely over Zeph's head. He now is just confused. Um, and says, "Oh, okay, thanks, Mercedes." Uh, he goes off to eat a Snickers. Uh, hey, do we have time for a final travel action?
I mean, are we feeling good on supply? Can Mercedes start working on her invasive medical prying on this old man?
We need fuel.
Mm.
We're
Yeah,
good on supplies, but we're not good on fuel. I mean, we've got enough for one stop, and that's not enough, friends.
I could push one of those supply that I took to fuel, right, Donna? We could find a way to do that. Just retcon it
Um,
fictionally.
well, you probably need, you know, more of both, right? You've rolled like 23 dice and gotten 3 6s, which is probably not terrible. It just seems like that. Um,
It's a little terrible.
it's a little
not
terrible. I
great.
mean, 4 would have been acceptable.
Yeah.
Um, um, yeah, if you want to retcon the, I don't know, the popcorn or the Snickers.
Yes. Yeah, definitely not the Snickers. People are going to be
Yeah.
so disappointed.
So maybe it's like I mean, it might require like some hand waving of chemistry, but maybe like the cooking oils,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. No, I think
or
that
just like Jenny fuel, right?
yeah,
For
yeah,
the
that makes
yeah.
more sense.
Let's not provoke a chemistry experiment, 'cause that'll go horribly wrong.
Well, I was just going to have T do that, but I mean Mercedes do that, but
So you want to do a long-term project to figure out what the old man alien is all about, huh?
I mean, I'm curious. Also, Mercedes, as I mentioned, is worried that whatever this is also going to happen to Ree,
Yeah,
who seems to be particularly susceptible to alien allure? Question mark? I don't know.
yeah. So, um, 2 of you can work on a long-term project. But figuring out alien stuff uh, seems. Do we think this?
Do we
Let's make
all
it
have to work on the same project, or can we each work on another one?
So working on a long-term project or a slow project
Mhm.
is something you do discreetly. So you can have multiple long-term projects, but
Oh,
like
okay.
this
Mhm.
action is to work on this
Ah,
long-term
okay.
project. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'll change.
And I
Figure out
think
the alien hybrid that is Brian is your uh, 4 segment block project.
I think Mercedes is gonna pull Rhea aside and be like, Rhea, could you do me a favor? And she'll pull out a little, one of her increasingly slim supply of notebooks. And she'll pass it to me. Like, could you just sort of like keep a really close eye on Brian and just see if he does like anything weird or, um, if he's like eating more or less than maybe you might expect, or, um, I don't know, just sort of like anything weird.
Yeah, I think pretty much everything he does is weird. So I don't know that
What have you noticed?
have you seen him? Have you ever seen somebody eat with their mouth open like that? The hell, man. You can see everything.
I mean, I had a roommate in college.
Yeah.
Didn't like it then either.
See, yeah, yeah. I mean, have you seen his hat?
I mean, I think it's a human hat. Um, you should write it down. If you'll take notes, I can, we can combine our observations and see if there's sort of anything, uh, that we can figure out.
So Rhea's a little dubious by her appearance as she begins to write into the notebook Brian's hat.
So while I appreciate, the whole make observations path, that is still science, right? Or
That's true.
maybe harmonized with alien stuff. Um, what do you think, Mark? Search and survey is
No.
seems like a stretch to me, but
Yeah.
if everyone says, "Oh no, that's
Well,
totally,"
I mean,
I'm
um,
also perfectly happy for Mercedes to have set re-up for failure
yeah.
unintentionally.
I mean, so if we're having two people work on it for real, then I think that Mercedes doing science and Walker actually harmonizing with uh, the hand, whatever that looks like, is our best bet. But I'm very happy that Rhea is involved as a note taker. Uh, so if that, I mean, whatever everybody thinks. So T, whatever you think, Sabine, whatever you think works. And so this is to try to figure out Brian.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess do science by Mercedes and harmonize by Walker makes sense.
Does that work for you, T?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the question is Walker willing to hang out with Brian long enough to, I don't know, hum at his arm?
I don't think he'll hum at his arm, but if he is a little uncanny and figuring out what makes him tick, or if he's a threat, or if he's broadcasting all of our information to everybody else, that might actually be not a stupid idea. So yeah, let's try and see if I can catch some vibes from him. Um, I'll hey, I wonder if Brian can play the ukulele with his hand, and what would happen if he did? Because that would give me a really good way to harmonize with that.
I like that.
Um, I mean, Brian does not look like a ukulele kind of person, but who
Well,
knows with that hat? Who,
we can ask him, right? He can hardly be word. I mean, you know
can't
what
be
I
worse
mean.
than Ree. Is that what you're gonna say?
That wasn't what I was going to say. Not in Ree's hearing, not where Ree could hear it.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, like if one of you randomly hand it to him around the campfire,
Yeah,
he
I will
will,
do that.
do something, very human and, pluck at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think probably, he is strumming with his human hand and his alien hand kind of takes the fretboard. just
Mm-hmm.
because that's how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's a perfectly cromulent idea. Um,
Cromulent.
so yeah,
Okay.
let's see some rolls.
Okay.
I mean,
Remember,
handing a
spend
ukulele to
heroism.
someone doesn't sound heroic, but
Mm-hmm.
you can always spend heroism.
Yeah.
The quiet heroism of House on a Rising Sun, right?
Listening to someone play the someone else torture that poor ukulele. I mean, I'm not. Am I spending? Yeah, I'm spending heroism. Why not?
So that was a high of 6 for Mercedes.
Oh, nice. I've also got a 6 for Walker.
Ho ho!
Oh, we're figuring this guy out. Real good.
Well, it's been so long since you've done a long-term project. My long-term memory has failed me.
Yeah,
But
but I think if it's 4, we've done it with 2 6s.
yeah. For probably. Um, but I just want to check to make sure.
Mhm.
I think whatever this campfire scene is, Mercedes has Ree's notes open in her lap and is just sort of frowning at them as she flips through.
Yeah, so 6 is 2 ticks.
Mhm.
So that is that clock done and dusted.
Mhm.
Um, and I think have to let in. So I think when that alien hand makes a chord, um, the noise that comes out of this guitar is quite strange, right? It definitely changes, um, everything about the sound, the timbre, the notes all come out a little bit strange.
Oh,
And I think maybe if Roxanne is, um, warming herself in front of the fire, her heavy lidded eyes open and she looks across at Brian. I
is she joining in?
think it takes her a moment before she does.
Oh.
And like Brian looks kind of surprised at this and like looks at the alien hand and kind of like doesn't really want to engage with this new thing and like
Mm.
hands all or goes to hand off the ukulele.
Yeah, I think Walker will take it, doesn't really think about it, and then start tuning it again, so that Ree will probably realize that that was Walker who messed with the ukulele.
Um, and then Roxanne like kind of, flies over to land on Brian's shoulder and like he kind of naturally goes to pet her with the alien hand and she like nuzzles into it like very engaging.
Mm.
Um, and then she starts to make like cracking noises that sound like those, let's call them hounds, that he encountered at the first town.
Mm. Mhm.
Um, and Brian holds up a finger to his mouth like shush, and she is quiet.
Hmm.
How does yeah, I guess I'm interested. What do Walker and Mercedes make of that?
Oh,
Yeah. I think Mercedes is sitting across the fire with Ree's notebook in her lap and slowly turns to a new page and begins scribbling.
mm. I think Walker is just looking at the ukulele and trying to get it to harmonize with human harmonies again.
Plays perfectly humanly,
Mhm. Okay.
humanely.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
It plays as well as it ever did.
Okay. Well,
Once it's a human hand playing it.
I think he will say this thing needs new strings.
Mark, how about Ree? Is Ree like, what on earth is going on here?
Ree's kind of like just watching Brian intently with a very curious look on her face, like consternation.
Yeah, don't think we. I think after the scene, I think Walker will, when Brian's not around, walk up to Mercedes and say, what do you make of that?
Do we want to save that answer for next time?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have to let you go, Sabine. So
Yeah,
I
I have to
will.
go. That's
Yeah,
true.
I'll stop the recording.